What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Oh wow, we have not gone back to these guys in a while, so here we go. We're coming back to Dir En Grey. Yes, indeed. Dir En Grey fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Krauser, and Krauser wanted to see me react to this. It is Dir En Grey with a tune called Zahn. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait, hold it, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Kaya, or is it Kaya? K-A-Y-A. Kaya or Kaya? You let me know in the comments which one it is. And the video has 621,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Dir En Grey, MC plus, no idea. English sub, live HD. So we got a live performance. It's always a good thing. Well, okay, not always a good thing. Sometimes the live performances end up hurting the score, but usually they help. And I'm confident that this will be the case here. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay. Oh my goodness, where do I begin? Where do I start?
Start at the beginning.
Okay, let's can't believe I'm gonna do this. Let's start in a really weird place. Let's start with the live performance. Okay. We've already got stage presence. We've already covered that. Stage energy, yes, we'll cover that. We got it. Stage interaction, not yet. We haven't gotten that one yet. Don't know if we will get that one, but we might. We might. Crowd interaction, the most important one to me. Clearly, that box got checked right within the first like 15 seconds of the song. First 10 seconds of the video. We had that box checked. Showmanship. Yeah, I'll give it. Kill's got great showmanship. He really does. So I'll give it to him. The rest of the band's just kind of standing there, but Kill's definitely got that. Production, yep. Yeah, it's definitely there. Now, these guys are not what I would call a production-based band. So they don't need production to be checked, but they have it checked for a little extra bonus points. So no problem there. Really, the only one we're missing at this point, if I'm being honest, the only thing we're really missing is stage interaction. That's it. Now, like I said, are we going to have that? I don't know. From what I've heard about this band, they don't really do a whole lot of stage interaction. They don't interact with each other a whole lot. So I don't know if we'll get that or not. We might not. As far as the song goes, I will say this: it's intense. It's definitely intense. I've never really been a big fan of those songs that are just, you know, I've never been a very big fan of those. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying that they're terrible. They definitely have a demographic. You know, they absolutely do. A lot of people do like those kind of songs. More power to them. You know, absolutely. If that's what they enjoy, that's cool. I got no problem with that. Me personally, not the biggest fan. It is, to some extent, impressive, while at the exact same time, redundant. Usually when you have songs like this, they stay on like one chord the whole time. And it's usually E. Not always, but usually E, B, or D. Usually one of those three. And then that's all they do. They focus completely on just tight, precise playing at the fastest tempo they could possibly do. Like I said, to some extent, it is impressive from a speed aspect and from a cleanliness aspect when it comes to clean playing. On the flip side, it does get very old very quickly. At least for me, it does. It gets very redundant. So, what it comes down to is this, folks. If you were to ask me, as it stands right now, am I enjoying myself? I kind of am, but I'm kind of not. You know, I liked the beginning. I liked all the crowd interaction at the beginning, but once the song actually kicked in, not really a fan. Not really a fan of the song. Love what's happening on stage. Love everything that's happening in regards to the live show, but the song itself, not really digging it. So let's keep going. Maybe my man will change. Maybe it will. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, this is a fine way. There we go. Now this I'm cool with. Let's get heavy. wrapping it up. It sounds like they're wrapping it up. Now, yeah, you never know with these guys. You know, I've seen them live a couple of times. My friend Corinne and I, we've gone and seen these guys a couple of times, and they faked me out so many times that I stopped trying. I stopped trying to guess. Is this it? Are they wrapping it up? Because there were so many times where it felt like this. You know, they're rapping things. It feels like it. You know, the drums doing a whole bunch of fills, guitars and bass just holding notes, and they're raising guitar necks up, and you know, it feels like it's ending, right? And the next thing you know, boom, we're not done yet. We're going back into the song, and I'm like, oh my god. So it feels like they're wrapping it up, but here's the thing: we still got another minute and a half to go. So I don't trust it. I do not trust it. I've been burned too many times by these guys in that regard. So I don't know. Let's see where this goes. That doesn't mean jack squat. Mixed feelings all over the place. Oh man. This is gonna be a weird one. I know this is gonna be a weird one. And there's added pressure because it's Dir En Grey. And I know for a fact, Corinne, yeah, Queenie, I know you're watching this right now. I know you are. And that adds extra pressure. God, dang it. All right, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Dir En Grey with a tune called Zahn. This was a request from Krauser. Okay, I got a score here. I know Dir En Grey fans are not going to be the biggest fan of the score I'm going to give, but look, this is the score that I came up with for this. So, love it or hate it, that's going to be up to you, I guess. But here's my score for that. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.3. Yeah, 7.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, 7.3. What does that mean? Well, a 7.3 would translate to a really good skill rating, so I do believe at its core, this is a really good song, okay? It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B letter grade. So there you go, 7.3, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with this score? So glad you asked. Okay, let's go over the good stuff. Let's do all the good stuff. Then we'll get to the other stuff that I wasn't terribly thrilled about. And then we'll get to the live performance. And I think that'll make a lot more sense. The good stuff. Okay. Kill. Let's talk about his vocals. I've said this before about Kill in the past. I don't always like what he does. I don't always like his vocal style. But there's no denying that the guy's talented. He's absolutely talented. He's able to change his approach, his attack, his performance, his delivery, his vocal delivery. He's able to change and flip like on the fly, completely, with no need to take a breath. Like mid-sentence, he could just change up his vocal style, completely different, do a complete 180 from a clean, soft-spoken, pretty, almost feminine vocal style into just absolute pure grit and growl, just on the flip of a coin, just like that. And that's talent. I mean, it's absolutely talented. Yes, I will give him all the credit in the world for what he's able to do. And what he did here, is it impressive? Yeah, it is. It actually is. I've always said I've been impressed with his ability and with his talent. But that doesn't necessarily mean I like it. I'm going to be honest with you folks. I didn't like it. I didn't like his vocals on this. I really didn't. I know people do. I know people love what he does. And I will, again, just say it one more time in case anybody misheard me. I give him all the credit in the world for having the ability and having the talent to be able to perform his vocals the way he does. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not on this song. There have been other songs from Dir En Grey that I've heard that I've found far more enjoyable. Less impressive, but more enjoyable. Okay? At least for me anyway. Guitar playing, bass playing, I got nothing against the guys. They sound really good, okay? They are obviously tight musicians and they know how to play their instruments without question, okay? This song was not conducive to showing off their true talent, if I'm being honest with you. Okay, from a rhythmic standpoint, from a speed standpoint, from a counting standpoint, yes. Yes, absolutely. It was super tight. It was super clean. And with the subdivisions that they were doing at that tempo, playing, see, so we sextuplets, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. No, not sextuplets. It'd be 16 notes at that tempo. So, well, it depends on, well, maybe with tempo was here though, at which point it'd be 32nd notes. But in any case, they were playing extremely fast and extremely clean, okay? So I will absolutely give credit where credit's due. Absolutely, yes, they deserve that credit. Having said that, though, the chordal progression that they were playing, and it was all unison, really not that difficult. I mean, it sounded pretty simple, if I'm being honest. It was very repetitive. It was how many chords was it? 5? But just kept going over and over and over again. So it wasn't really, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was mind-blowing. You know, it just wasn't mind-blowing. The speed was mind-blowing, sure. That was impressive. The subdivision work and the fact that they were doing it syncopated, that was definitely impressive. That was clean, yes. But what notationally they were playing, not really all that impressed. The drumming, okay, if I'm being honest, the drumming, probably the most impressive part of the performance. The drumming on this was outstanding. It really was. It was a lot of fun, okay? Listening to what he was playing, it was fun. It was impressive. Yes, absolutely. When he was doing his fills, when he was changing things up, when he was switching between the double time feel and the halftime feel. Double time feel, halftime feel. Not really a whole lot of time spent on straight time. I really didn't hear straight time until about halfway through the song, when I finally heard a groove that was established in straight time. And it didn't last very long before we went back to we went back to double time and then back to halftime again. So again, I'll give him all the credit in the world. Clearly a talented drummer. Okay, absolutely. Doing some really cool things there, especially the way he was handling the transitions as smoothly as he was. But again, having said that, I have never been a fan of on the snare, you know, while the double kick is just going at 4 times that speed. Like the double kick is going so fast that it almost achieves pitch. You know what I mean? It's going that fast and you got the snare. And it's just like, oh. I know it takes talent to do that. I know it does, but I'm just not a fan of it. I'm really not. But again, I'm not taking anything away from the guy. I'm not. I'm just not a fan of what he was playing. How he played it, yeah, absolutely. Clean without question. Now listen, I know not everything I hear on the channel is going to be loved by me. I know there's going to be things on here that I am just not a fan of, okay? And I hate to say it, and Queenie, I know you're probably going to want to kill me for saying this. Out of all the Dir En Grey songs I think I've heard so far, I think I can honestly say this is I think this is my least favorite. I did not enjoy the song. I really didn't. It just did not sit well with me. I will give all the credit where credit's due to these guys. They are all very talented. Absolutely. Okay. But if you break everything down to what they were doing as individuals, some things more impressive than others, some things kind of boring, some things very repetitive, but done cleanly, absolutely. I would honestly give the song on its own probably around 6.8, somewhere around 6.8, 6.9. It's a pretty good song, okay, overall. Now, having said that though, I gave this a 7.3. Why is that? I have said this time and time again on the channel. A live performance can help your score or it can hurt your score, okay? And in this case, it absolutely helped. Let's go down the checklist. This was all covered. This is not even a joke. This was all covered within the first minute of the performance. Stage presence, that was within the first, first 10 seconds. Check. Stage energy, check. Yeah, once the song kicked in, Gil started going all over his ego block, moving around quite a bit. I liked seeing that. Jumping up on the ego block, big leg lifts into the stomp. Yeah, that's the animation, that's stage energy. So yeah, definitely a check. Stage interaction, the one thing we didn't have. We didn't have any stage interaction, unfortunately. Nobody on the stage interacted with each other. That's unfortunate. I really wish we had seen that. But that does not get a check. Now the big one for me though, the next one, crowd interaction. We had that in spades. Before the song even started, we had that in spades. A lot of crowd interaction from Kyo at the very beginning of the song. I loved seeing that. And I know a lot of people may have a complaint of, it took too long. Let's get to the song. Guys, especially since this was, I believe, I saw him, at least it said on the screen, last song. So this is the last song of the set. Now, is it really? Or is this the last song and then they leave and then, 30 seconds later they come back and do a couple of encores? I don't know that part. I don't know. This may be the last song or this may be the last song. In either case, you want to have that moment. If you're going to do it anywhere, this is the place to do it. You know what I mean? If you don't leave without doing something with the crowd. Let the crowd know before you hit the last song or the last song that you appreciate them and you're glad that they were there and you want to show them respect and show them the appreciation of having them be there. So yes, I got no issue with that. It was well done. It kept changing up. It wasn't just the same thing. It wasn't Bruce Dickinson. How about that? It wasn't just him saying the name of the city over and over and over again. No, he changed it up, added some variety. Did it go on for a while? Yeah, it did, but I got no issue with it. I had no problem with it. I'm glad he did it. I I'd rather have too much than not enough. So I got no issue with it whatsoever. Showmanship, check. Yeah, definitely handled that part, no question. Putting on a great show, start to finish, throughout the entire song. Production, bonus points, yes, check that box, absolutely. Not a production-based band, but they brought production for this song, right? When the song kicked in, it was right there. It was nice. It was definitely nice. Plus the lighting, good lighting design for the song. I think it was well accompanying for the song. I think it was a nice touch what they were doing with the lights. So, yeah, thought definitely went into it. It wasn't just random lighting. It was definitely programmed. So, out of the big 5, out of the most important 5, we got 4, especially the most important one. Plus, you got the bonus points. So, this is how we came up from like a 6.8, 6.9, all the way up to a 7.3, was because of the live performance. I will say this, I enjoyed watching this far more than I enjoyed listening to it. It was fun to watch, absolutely. Way more fun than listening. So that's how we came up to the 7.3. Now there were parts in the song I did enjoy. When we would go to the halftime feel and it got really heavy, I liked that. When we actually did go to the straight time for a nice section where we had a nice solid groove moving forward, that felt good. I enjoyed that part as well. Just the I'm just not a big fan of that. I know, looking at me with my long hair, people would think like, oh, he must really be into this speed metal. No, actually I'm not. Believe it or not, I'm really not. I'm a little more of a melodics guy. So anyway, 7.3. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. On a final note, I keep talking about her. I keep talking about Corinne on this show. I've mentioned her a number of times. And I've expressed to her, hey, how would you like to come on the show? So let me know in the comments if you would like to have her come on the show with me. And you guys could actually see, number one, that she actually does exist. You see her in the comments sometimes. She does appear in the comments every now and then. But would you guys actually like to see her sitting next to me and maybe us do some reactions together? Would you guys like to see that? Let me know in the comments if you would. And Queenie, if you're there, Corinne, hi, number 1. Sorry, number 2. Number 3, get on the show with him. Seriously, we've talked about this. Would you come on the show? I mean, I know you're busy, but when you're not busy, come on the show. Say hi to the people. Say hi to the fans. It's always good for them to see other people besides me. Because let's be honest, this gets old after a while. It's always good to have someone else to look at. Anyway, 7.3. I feel good with that score. That's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got 7.3, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.